Hey y'all, Joe here tonight, Southern Coastal Cooking. I got a new toy in the toy box I gotta show y'all. I have got a 36-inch Blackstone griddle, or griddle as you want to call it. It's got a cast iron top and it's got 4 burners underneath. Now let me tell you what. You know, do all my barbecue and smokers and everything else, gas grills, charcoal grills. I mean, you know, I've got a bunch of, well, I got a lot of grills, cookers. My wife's cousin got one of these, and one of my bosses got one, and they were just raving about their griddle. Man, you gotta try it. Man, you gotta try it. Man, they've been doing this for about 6 months. I was like, look, I'm a barbecue guy. I'm a big, big stick burner, pellet cooker, whatever. I don't know about these grills, but the more I read about them, and the more some of my viewers chimed in about it, and some of the people on the Blackstone Griddles page on Facebook, the fan club or whatever, griddle owners, I said, hey, I'm gonna give one a try. So I got this bad boy here and got it together tonight, and I tell you what, first thing you gotta do is season it, because this is cast iron, all right? So what I'm gonna do in this video is just season. I'm not gonna be cooking anything, but what they say to do is you kind of turn the burner on, all right? Light that first burner, and it's lit, okay? I can see that it's lit. I'm gonna light the second one, all right? Then the third. You just want to make sure they're lit before you go to the next one. And now the fourth burner. And I'm gonna turn them to about, I don't know, a little bit medium-high heat. And you can, go ahead and put some oil on here. But for me, with cast iron wok, or carbon steel or something like that, I like to let any kind of factory grease or something like that just kind of burn off. So I'm gonna let this burn here for about 10 minutes, just let it heat up before I start adding some oils. So I kind of creeped it on up to high. And basically what I did is I let it come up to surface temperature about 450 now. Let me check it again. Yeah, 473, 463. It's starting to discolor a little bit. And that's what I want to do. Go ahead and just kind of burn off any factory grease or anything like that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off now. We're going to let it cool back down to about 200 degrees. And then I'm going to add my Crispy. And this is basically beeswax, soybean oil, and palm oil. And this is really good for seasoning cast iron. You could use like flaxseed oil or something like that. It will be just fine, but I'm going to use this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn it off now. And let's see, off. And let it cool down just a bit, because I put this thing on here right now. It's like a deodorant stick, see? It'll just melt all over the place. I'm going to let it cool down to about 200 degrees before we put this on. Alright y'all, so it's cooled down to around 160 degrees or so. That should be cool enough to go ahead and put this Crispy on here. Like I said, this is just kind of a natural, whatever you want to call it, just seasoning stuff for cast iron. I mean, I read about it a lot in the cast iron groups and see it melts really quickly. And what I'm going to do is just rub it over the griddle here. And then I'll take an old t-shirt and just kind of spread it around some, after that. They say to get all up on the sides and everything else, because that's the idea. You just want to season this this fresh cast iron here. Put a good seasoning on it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting coating of this on here and just rubbing it around, y'all. I'll be right back to you. Also, I got the Crispy on there. Now I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to kind of turn it on a little bit lower heat this time. Go ahead and get all these burners lit. Everything gets lit. Alright, now I'm going to turn down to lower heats. I only want to bring this up to about, let's say 250 or so for right now. And then I'm gonna spread this around, even it out a little bit. And I did all around here. You know, we just want to get a good sheen of, you know, the oil on here. Like I said, because that's what it says here for this crispy stuff. You want to wipe off the excess wax, you know, after a while. But right now we're just kind of cooking it down into the cast iron. All right, y'all. After about 10 minutes or so, the grill top is starting to smoke a little bit, so that's good. That's what you want. Now I'm gonna take an old piece of it. Just I cut up a T-shirt. You want kind of a rent-free something here, and we want to just rub this stuff around where it gets fairly even. Okay, is the idea. You just don't want big globs of this oil everywhere. Okay, do that around here, outside, everything else, and just gonna let it keep on going. Okay, so go ahead and do that and let it just keep kind of burning on. Okay, remember we're on pretty low heat here. All right, y'all, we're not really getting any more smoke after 10 minutes or so of that. So what I'm gonna do, turn all the way down on low here, and we'll add some more of the crispy. And we're just going to kind of rub it around again, and you don't have to add quite as much this time, but yeah, it's starting to smoke there with that. We'll make sure we get a good even coat on the grill top, y'all. So that's good right there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my rag here. Then I'm going to waste any of that there. Oh shoot, I actually melted some of the plastic on there. Get that off. That's not good. Ow. Anyway, let me rub that away. Ooh, that don't smell good at all. Yeah, when using those sticks, be careful, y'all. You don't want to melt plastic onto your cooker. But all that stuff will burn away. We're just going to let it sit there and just sear into it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat up this time, right closer to high, and just let this stuff just kind of burn in there. That's it. Real good. Alright, y'all, well, the crispy is burnt off for about the third time, and y'all, that should be it. I probably didn't even have to do it this much. Basically what you want to do, you want to heat up your surface. You get your crispy or your oil on there, and you want to spread it out and just let it smoke away, basically. Just let everything just kind of, burn off, and it's just going to create this wonderful seasoning on there. So, yeah, I think that'll be good. Let it cool off a little bit. I'll get the cover on it in a little bit, and y'all will see me, hopefully, maybe this weekend, cooking on this griddle. And y'all give me some suggestions of what you'd like to see me cook. Thank y'all so much. Please like my videos, sub my channel. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night.